Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome back to another ARTlapse. On this week's ARTlapse, I'm featuring another magical portrait of my soul sister, Maria. Maria is an illustrator and performer, and for the past 5 years, she's been dedicating herself to building this world known as Arikama. And Arikama is this utopian, alien, sci-fi, spiritual land full of practice play and spiritual hotness. And within her world, she has featured from time and time again angelic beings, like these badass diva angel warrior babe. So when I was approaching this magical portrait, I was like, what kind of being would Maria be? And I just had this vision of this angel warrior goddess. So that's what I turned her into. And this piece was heavily inspired by the 2008 Met Gala, the heavenly bodies and fashion in the Catholic imagination theme. There were gorgeous, stunning, religious inspired runways. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's really a sight to see. And I was also inspired by religious paintings from the Renaissance, specifically of Christian theme, just because that tied into my main inspiration of the Met Gala. So that's how I built my color palette, was researching and referencing these old gorgeous paintings and studying the color palette and drawing from there. And in a lot of the colors, which was also in the Met Gala runway, is golds and reds and blues. So that's how we built our color palette for today. And so yeah, we're just getting we got our line work all done, and we're plopping in some flat colors from that color palette. Another piece that heavily inspired this was just the person Joan of Arc and all the awesome art that has been made around her. She's really such a inspiration for powerful women. Like, when I think of a powerful woman, Joan of Arc does come to mind on that list. I'm not saying she's the top one, but you know, I mean, just especially in that day, becoming a night warrior and confronting that theme of like being in a damsel in distress, like, oh no honey, I can save myself, I don't need no man, no how, I got my own sword, I got my own shield, I got my own armor, I got this. And that's a lot of what I wanted to put into this piece. And in a lot of Maria's artwork, since we both know Reiki, she'll put in a lot of healing hand imagery, which I really love. So I wanted to put that in this piece here as well, where she's got her hands up and she's gonna have light rays bursting out of them, just sending some love and light out to y'all. And yeah, so right now I'm putting in some shadows and highlights within the armor just so that it can read. So I really love graphic flat colors and graphic shapes, and that's why I love the cartoony style. But sometimes you need a little bit more dimension, I find, especially with textures, to communicate what they are. Is that object shiny and, you know, metallic? Well, then there's gonna be a lot of highlights and shadows going on in them, and putting in those details can really help elevate a piece and communicate what that material is. So it's a balance, you know. because if I go overboard, then it starts becoming realistic and less cartoony. But if you just stay within that graphic realm, honey, you got no need to worry or overthink it. Just block in those highlights and shadows and you'll be good, you know? And it can be fun too. Can't forget about the fun. That's the whole point of this, right? She's got her Catholic-inspired bleeding heart on the chest. Adding more shimmers and highlights so that she can look extra sparkly and extra divine. Now I'm fixing some of the proportions, like making adjustments on the face, making that halo pop a little bit more, adding more shadows in. Fixing up some final touches to make sure that halo's reading just right. And there you have it. There's the final angel warrior goddess diva. She ain't need no man, no how, nobody to come save her. In fact, she's coming to save you. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button, and if you want to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell notification so you can stay up to date on all the content that I'm producing. And remember, you're magical, so shine on!